Hey guys, I know I haven't been posting as many tutorials as I'd like it to be, but anyways, today we'll be doing this skull makeup as my last Halloween video for the year. This look is similar to what I've done last year, which is my Grim Reaper makeup look, and you can check that out on my blog, which I've linked in the description box below. In that post, you'll be able to find the step-by-step tutorial to make it easier to follow along. As you can see, I'm just outlining all the areas which are supposed to be hollow using a white pencil liner. You can use black if you want, but I find it easier to remove white liner than black if I make a mistake. Actually, it'll be even more easier if you use a beige pencil liner, but I couldn't find my beige liner, so I'm just using white instead today. Now I'm just filling in the white area using MAC acrylic paint in white and a synthetic paintbrush. You can actually use a face paint if you prefer, but as I've said previously in my other video, water-activated face paint will eventually run off due to sweat or water. It can also crack if you don't apply it properly. Pretty much I find that water-activated face paint don't last as long as this MAC acrylic paint. If you are interested in getting this acrylic body paint, you'll be able to find it on a Mac Pro store or maccosmetics.com or .ca. If you're buying it online, you can find it under Pro Products in multi-use. This MAC acrylic paint is pretty much sweat and water resistant, and it will last for a whole day. Oh, and before I forget, I just want to mention that for my intro part of this video, I removed basically half of the skull makeup and I did a glam makeup on the other half, but I won't bother including the glam part for this tutorial since it's not that hard to do. And also for the skull reference, I'm just using a skeletal image from my old anatomy textbook. If you can, you should definitely use a reference to create your skull makeup as it will make it a whole lot easier. Now onto the hollow parts. I'm just filling it in lightly using MAC Chromaline in black. You can feel the hollow areas very dark or completely black like my Grim Reaper makeup. But for this tutorial, I wanted to add a little bit more depth in the hollow areas. So instead of doing it all black, I make the edges really dark and it gets lighter towards the center. Now halfway through creating this look, I decided that I didn't like how the cheekbones and jaw areas look. So I removed those parts using Bioderma Sensibio micellar water and recreate the area. Again, I'm filling in the bony part using MAC acrylic paint in white. For the teeth, I'm using Uemura Calligraphy ink liner to create an outline of the teeth. I actually really like how the teeth turned out in this look, as I've been struggling in creating nice teeth for a couple years now, but I think I finally found a way to do it the way I like it. In the past, I've used to just use face paint or eyeshadows, but I find that the outline of the teeth become too cartoonish and I couldn't get the outline to be thin enough. But with this liquid liner, I can actually create a very thin outline. Once the outline is done, I'm using Tarte Cosmetics eyeliner brush and Kat Von D SHAX eyeshadow, and I'm going in between the teeth to create shadows between them. I'm also dragging the shadows upwards for the upper area and downwards for the lower part. Using SHAX eyeshadow again and a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm filling in that jaw area that's supposed to be hollow. I focus most of the black where the two bones meet and lightly drag the color towards the teeth, as this will help to create an illusion of depth. Then going back to the Uemura liner, I'm just finishing up any lines on the teeth as well as creating lines where any two bones meet together. I also create some thin lines along areas where I want to contour later on. Using SHAX eyeshadow again, I'm just creating this depression on my chin and cheeks, and I think these are called foramen. Anyways, I'm using a Tweezerman liner brush for this. Using a small blending brush, I'm trying to create some contour on the chin area using a mix of taupe and brown eyeshadow. Then I'm also highlighting the center of this area using acrylic paint and dabbing it lightly using my finger. To make the teeth whiter, I also added some more of that white paint on the teeth. Then on the areas where I want the skull to look risen, I added more of that white paint as highlight. I'm using a very thin paint brush, similar to an eyeliner brush. To make those highlighted areas stand out even more, I'm adding a little bit of shadows near those areas, and I add a little bit more shadows along my forehead as well. Pretty much at this moment, it's up to you to go into the details. And that's all for this look. If you are planning to wear novelty contact lenses, please consult an optometrist or an optician. If you want to do just half of the makeup, all I did was adding some scalp and a couple highlights and contouring on the glam side. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Thank you so much for watching and have a spooky Halloween.